Fine. So, very good morning, guys. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, there was some audio problem. That's why I was not able to connect sharp. Let me go ahead now. Okay. So, last session, what we have discussed is we have just refreshed about all the topics what we have done in Fusion Global HR. Let me go for the new topic today. Okay. Today we are going for how to create jobs, and positions. How to create the jobs and positions. Okay, and it's today September 2016. Jobs, positions, grades. So these are the three topics we are going to discuss today. How to create jobs in Fusion applications, and how to create positions, and how to create the grades. This is what the topic today we are going to discuss. Okay, fine. So when we are implementing Fusion applications to any enterprise, we'll ask that client how many different types of jobs that enterprise is using, and then how many different types of positions they are going to use. Every enterprise, when we are working in the real time, jobs are mandatory. Jobs are mandatory. Positions are optional. Positions are optional. It's up to the client. They would like to go with the positions or not. But jobs are mandatory. So what is the exactly job definition? What is meant by job is, jobs are typically used without positions by service industries where flexibility and organizational change as key features. Where organizational change are key features. Okay. So when we are implementing the Fusion applications to the client, jobs are mandatory, but positions it may or may not. So we'll ask the client, is their business is running only with the jobs, or jobs with the positions, or jobs with the positions. Okay. So if the client is saying that yes, we have different types of jobs as well as the positions, definitely we'll go for creation of the jobs as well as the positions. Jobs as well as the positions. Okay. When we are creating the job, we'll mention the job start date, effective start date of that particular job, and job set, job name, and the code. Job code will be mentioning. A job code must be unique within a set. A job code must be unique within a set. Okay, we cannot use the same job code in another set. Okay. Uh, if we look at some industries like hospital industry, how the jobs will be. If we look at this diagram, it is clearly showing how the jobs looks like, and how the positions are looks like. If we look at in the hospital enterprises, if any client is there in a hospital environment like client, they might be having the different jobs like surgeon job, nurse, intern, intern job, and under the surgeon job we'll find either one position or multiple positions: cardiac surgeon, neural surgeon, general surgeon. Same under the nurse, we'll find registered nurse, licensed practical nurse, nurse aide. Under internal interim job, we'll find cardiac interim, neural intern, and journal intern. Like this, first jobs will be defined. Within the jobs, we'll be finding the positions. We'll be finding the positions. This is one of the example for a hospital industry, how it looks like. The jobs names. Under the jobs, we'll go for define the positions. We'll go for define the positions. Okay. So let me take one example for our scenario. Let's take we'll take IT industry or any other financial domain. Let's say we have manager job and developer job. We have two jobs, manager and developer. Two different jobs we are going to have it. Okay. Under manager job, I'm going to define two different positions, financial manager, IT manager, junior developer, junior developer, and senior developer, junior developer and senior developer. So this is the structure we are going to define it. So first we are going to define two jobs, manager and developer. Once we define the manager job, under the manager job we are going to define the positions. Two positions we are going to define. Financial manager, IT manager. Financial manager and IT manager. The same thing under the developer, we are going to have two positions, junior developer, senior developer. This. So we'll ask the client, what are the different jobs you're having in your organization. According to that, we'll go for define that jobs and what are the different positions are defined. Jobs will be defined at reference data set level. Reference data set level. And positions will be defined at business unit level. Positions will be defined at business units level. Okay, so already we discussed what is reference data set, what is business set in the last sessions. Anyway, I'll give you a simple introduction about this too. What is reference data set and business unit? Let's say if I have a three business units, like we have MG Road is one of our business unit, Electronic City is our business unit, and MEBS is one of our business unit. Okay, so these two, MG Road and Electronic City business units, two are coming under one reference data set. Both are coming under one reference data set. Let's merge the cells. Yes, and these two I'm making it as Hyderabad reference data sets. Reference data set, and this is separate, Chennai reference data set. So under Hyderabad reference data set, there are two business units. There are two business units. Under Chennai reference data set, there is only one business unit. So whenever we define a job under Hyderabad reference data set, that job will be available for both the units, for both the business units. Whenever we define a job under Chennai reference data set, that will be available for only one business unit, that is MEBJ business unit. So whenever we are defining the jobs, we'll define at reference data set level. So one reference data set means either one business unit or multiple business units. Either one business unit or multiple business unit. Okay. This is what we discussed in the last sessions. What is reference data set? Let me go for creation of these two jobs first by selecting the reference data set. Then let me go for creation of these positions by selecting the business unit. By selecting the business unit and reference. It is very important question, in fact, in the interviews also. Uh, Jobs will be defined at what level, positions will be defined at what level. Okay. Last time we discussed how to define the job structure and position structure. That is structure we have defined last time. So in the initial sessions, we have talked about enterprise structure configurator, right? Means we have created enterprise. Yes, Senthil, if you want to create, it's not like a manufacturing industry. Okay, you want to create job for MG Road business unit only. How? No, we cannot. Because when you are creating a job, it will ask us to choose the reference data set. Okay. So then what you have to do is you have to create one more reference data set separate. You have to keep your business unit under that reference data set. You have to keep your business unit under that reference data set. So you would like to have the job only for MG Road business unit, right? So this you have to keep it as a separate reference data set. Separate reference data set. I'll show you that, no problem. Okay. So in the initial sessions, we discussed about enterprise structure configurator. We worked with enterprise. Then after that, we worked with the divisions. Then after that, we worked with legal entities. Then business units. Okay. And then reference data sets we worked, and location data sets we worked. After that, we have also defined the job structure, sorry, position structure, sorry. These are the structures we have defined. Last time I told like, okay, job code will choose and job name as well as position code and position name, position code and position name. Like this, last time we have selected or created the structure, What is meant by structure? Structure is nothing but a group of columns which will capture the name of that particular authority. When I say job structure, it is used to capture the job name. It is used to capture the job name. Some client want to just capture the job name. Some client want to capture the job code and name. Okay. Some client want to capture position code. Some client want to capture the position name as well as the position location also. Position location. It's up to the client. We'll ask the client how you would like to capture your position name. So client will say, I would like to capture my position name as like this. Junior Developer India something. So here client required three fields. First field is to capture the position code. Second field is to capture the position name. Third field is to capture the position location, so that in the reporting or in any other area, whenever they see the position name, then immediately they can understand this position is related to the particular location and particular code. So that's clarity purpose. The client will have the different structure. So this is what we have done last time, that is structure creation. Where we have done last time, let me go to the applications, let me go to Fusion applications. Let me go to Fusion applications, implementation project, choose the implementation project. Last time we talked about establish enterprise structure. Establish enterprise structures. Go to establish enterprise structures. Go to task. Go to task. And this is the place where we have created the enterprise structure. After creating the enterprise structure, then we have selected configured jobs and positions. Then we have defined job structure and position structure, right? What are the job attributes, position? This is a structure. This is a structure what we have defined in the last sessions. Okay. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create the jobs and positions. We are going to create the jobs and positions. We are going to create jobs and positions. Okay. So now let me go for implementation project. Go to the task, manage job. Go to the task, manage job. Select manage job task. Now here we can see. If we want to know what is the path, what is the hierarchy, then select this arrow mark. If we click this, it will shows exactly what is the navigation. Workforce development, define common application, enterprise structure for HCM. Inside of that, define workforce structures. That is the navigation. Okay. So now here if we go through that, manage job families, manage job lookups, manage job lookups for France, manage job lookups for US. These two not required, these two are based on the legislation, both are same. Okay. Sorry. So now we'll go for working with the job. Before that we can go for create one job family. Manage job family. What is meant by job family? It's group of jobs which are having the similarity. It's a group of jobs which is having the similarity. It is not mandatory task. If we want to create a job family, we can create. Okay. So go to manage job family. If we want to search existing job families, click search button. Then it will shows the list of job families which are available here. Okay. Let me hide this taskbar. Fine. Yes. Now if we want to create new job family, we can go to create option, go to create, and from which date this job family is valid, effective start date, this, what is the name of the job family. So we are going to have a new job family called Intel job family, and context field is nothing but additional columns. It's like extra columns. Here if we look at in this task, 5 fields are provided by Oracle to create a job family, but client required some more fields here to add that. Then this option will be there, context value. It's nothing but a flux field. It's nothing but a flux field, descriptive flux field. We'll discuss that about flux fields next sessions. Okay. Next, we have already discussed in the last sessions what is meant by action reason. We can choose that. This job family is active status or inactive. That also we can choose, and it's valid from 1951. I have specified effective start date. Okay. So click submit button. The request will be submitted. So you want to continue. Whenever we create a job family, the request will be submitted. Request is nothing but a program internally submitted, that we call it as a process. We call it as process. We created the job family. Now I would like to find whether it's created or not. Enter job family name, click search button. Now we can see that. If we click this, it will open again. Intel job family. This is what we created. In case if we want to modify this, we will go to edit, update, correction, delete record. Update means we can make the changes with history. Correction means it will overwrite the changes, means we cannot find the history, the record. And delete means it will delete the existing record. It will delete the existing record. So a couple of times you might have updated, for example, and you want to know how many times this record has been updated. This button will be using. History button will shows the history of this particular record, when this record is created. After that, how many times this record has updated, and what was the reason mentioned at the time of updating. What was the reason at the time of update? Okay. If you choose correction, no question of having the history. This record will be corrected, means it will be directly modified. No question of maintaining the history. Yes. So these two buttons will find in maximum pages, maximum tasks, to find the history as well as to make the changes. Okay. Click done button. So now what we have done is we have just created one job family. What is the purpose of job family? I would like to keep some jobs under one family for reporting purpose in the future. Then we will go to job family. We will go for creation of job family. Okay, fine. So click done button. Now we are going for creating a job. Now we are going for creation of a job. Go to manage job, go to task. So what's the job we have discussed? We discussed manager and developer. Two jobs we would like to define. First we'll define the manager job, okay? Then we'll discuss how to create a developer job with lookup options. With lookup options. So go to manage jobs task, create. Manage job task, create. Now here we can see the interview model. First we'll enter job basic details, then job details, then job evaluation criteria, then job profile, and then we can see the job review, means information, and finally we'll go for submit. Finally we'll go for submit. Now here we can see job set, nothing but a reference data set. It is mandatory whenever we are creating the job. So jobs will be defined at reference data set level. Okay. So we have to mention the job start date, when this job is going to be available for the enterprise. Its default I'm mentioning 1st January 1951. And what about job set? What about job set? So if we choose the reference data set as common set, then this job will be available for all the business units. It will be available for all the business unit. Okay. So let me go to our Excel sheet here. Whenever we are creating a manager, I'm going to select reference data set as common. What is meant by common? Common means it will be available for all the business units. Common means it will be available for all the business units. Okay, so let me create the job in the common status. This Excel sheet last.
Chandra, I got a question.
Yes, tell me.
Uh, when you say it's if it's in common set, it will be available on all the different location and different, right? Uh, in that case, will it be the same case? Because if you have enterprise in UK and let's say in US and India, will
Yes,
it be like common set will be everywhere throughout the world or
yes.
just in India? Like
Common set
how is
means
it?
it will be, yes, common set means it is applicable for all the business units which you have
Mhm,
created in this instance. It's not
mhm,
location wise, okay? It's not location wise, it's completely for the entire all the business units. But we have
All
next level.
enterprise level.
Yes, we have next level something called a location set. Okay, so location wise we can define that. Location wise next level we can define that, but not jobs. Jobs are defined common, means it is applicable for all business units.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay,
And now
got it. Thank you.
let's say we would like to have our own reference data set. Let me create one reference data set and manage reference data set. Go to the task. Select manage reference data set. Go to manage reference data set. Here we'll go for creation of reference data set. And if we want to know existing reference data sets, click search button. This common set is default. It is a seeded one. It's provided by Oracle, common and enterprise set. Common set is for all the business units. Enterprise set is for the business units which are under a particular enterprise. But as in the starting sessions we discussed, only one enterprise can be loaded in one Fusion instance. So I don't think so there will be a difference between these two, just name is difference. In case if client is going for on-premises environment, and if the client can modify this product to create multiple enterprises, then it will be helpful. Now we can remember both are same, common set and enterprise set. Now I'm going to create one new reference data set. Let me create Intel reference data set. Okay. Intel reference data set. So I've created this. Save. How to keep the jobs in this reference data set and how to assign business unit we are going to see. Now I have created one reference data set. Let me create manager job under this reference data set. So go to manage job. Here if you look at the task, two times it is displaying because in the very starting session we discussed Fusion HCM means it's a combination of two offerings, workforce development, workforce deployment, development and deployment. Okay, so if we choose any task, it's not a problem. It's not a problem because client can implement only workforce development modules or workforce deployment modules. Okay, but this is common. That's why the task will be available in both the offerings. In both the offerings. Okay. So go to manage job. Go to manage job. Create. Now here we can choose whatever the reference data set we have created. This Intel reference data set. This is what we have created, right? So now we are creating the job under this reference data set. Then this reference data set will assign to the business unit that we'll discuss next session. Okay, fine. So action region, why we are creating this job. We can choose the reason for creation of this job. We don't have any reason here for creation of the job. We have to go to action code and action reasons. There we have to create a reason that last session we discussed, right? Same option. Next, job code and job name. Job code and job name. So I'm going to mention manager job code as 01. Click next button. Now here we are going to mention the job description. Is this job is active or inactive? Yes, it is active. This is full-time job or part-time job for the enterprise? Yes, it's a full-time job. Is it regular job or temporary job for the enterprise? It's a regular job. This job comes under which job family? This job comes under which job family? So we need to choose our job family. What is the job family we created? Yes, Intel job family. This is the job family we have created, right? Just now. Let's choose this and press OK. And job function. This job comes under which functionality? This job comes under IT department or hospital, real estate, some administrative. These are options, okay. But client says that I have different functions. Functions are nothing but business functions. I have different functions. Then we can choose that. Okay, let's say client says sales functionality is there. That this we call it as a lookup type. This we call it as a lookup type. So these values are not required for the client. They would like to have the new values as per their business requirement. We can disable these existing values and we can add the new values. That's nothing but a lookup. Okay, so that's nothing but a lookup. What is lookup, that we'll see later. Okay, next job whatever we are going to create, that we'll see in the separate. Now I am going to choose, this comes under manager, management level. So level of this particular job, these are extra fields. Somebody has created ABN job details, this option. These are not required for us. Okay, so this will discuss next level how to add the extra fields. Someone has created this additional fields someone added for this task. Okay, next, this job management level, at what level? Senior manager, supervisor, vice president level, first line manager, we can choose. Next, is medical checkup required for this job or not? If in case if we are recruiting the employees, if we are hiring the employee for this job, is medical checkup is mandatory or not? I'm going to say it's not mandatory. Is this job is benchmark job or not? We know that like some enterprises, there will be some benchmark for a particular jobs or any other purpose. For example, the client would like to have, when employee reach this job, I would like to allocate some shares for this particular job employees. Then we can choose that benchmark job and we can use for that reporting purpose. When we say this job is not benchmark job, next level is there, senior manager is there, that is benchmark job, then we have to choose what is the benchmark job for this. So if we hire the employee as a manager, if we hire the employee as manager, then what is the benchmark job next level for this job? So that we can choose here. That we can choose here. What is the benchmark job? Okay. So I'm going to say this is a benchmark job. We don't have next level this, that we can configure. Next, progression job. What is meant by progression job? Progression job is nothing but, if we say right now employee is a manager, what is the next step? It is next step in the employee career. It is next step in the employee career. It is next step in the employee career. Okay. So I'm not able to see any job right now because in our reference data set, this is the first job, right? We are creating manager is the first job we are creating in this reference data set. Okay. So here we can see the definition. What is meant by benchmark job? What is meant by progression job? A benchmark job represents other jobs in reports and salary surveys. So that is used for reports and other salary surveys. You can also select the benchmark for the jobs. Benchmark details are for informational purpose only. This is just for information purpose only, whether the job is benchmark job or not. There is nothing setups will be configuring at this option. Okay. Next, what is meant by progressive job? A progression job is the next job in a career ladder. Next job in the career ladder. So for example, we have three jobs, okay, clerk, senior clerk, and accountant. So first job is clerk. What is the progression job for this clerk? Senior clerk. Next, for the senior clerk, what is the progression job? Accountant. So progression job is nothing but a next job in the career ladder. Next job in the career ladder. That's we call it as a progression job. But right now, I'm not able to select any progression job. Why? In this reference data set, this is the first job we are creating. We don't have any other jobs in this reference data set. That's why we are not getting. Next level, we'll see next job creation, how we can configure what is the progression job. Any attachments we would like to include for this job, like job description, about this job, importance, or any other things, that file or URL or text information can be uploaded for this particular job. For this particular job. So this is about how we can create a. So that is about progression job. Next, Switzerland job details, United States job information, France, Canada. This is localization. In case if we are implementing the fusion applications to this particular country, then we can go for add this that particular country details. Okay. There is some concept called extensive flux field. EFF stands for extensive flux field. Extensive flux field. When we are talking about that, this is also similar to the extra fields, additional fields we are going to add. Okay. Then what are the grades are valid for this job? Okay. So that we'll discuss when we are working with the grades. Okay. So right now just enter the job description. Grades will talk about the next level. Okay. Next, click the next button. Evaluation criteria. How we are going to evaluate this particular job? Evaluation is nothing but a counting for the measurements, like how you are going to evaluate this job for the future recruitment, or for any other surveys, or for any other purpose. This evaluation system will be used. There are different names. Client also can have their own evaluation system. This is also one of the lookup. We can add our own evaluation system. Most of the times we used to have the A system, A evaluation system. How will you evaluate this particular job? Will you evaluate with the points, or any other options you are going to use? This is also one of the lookup. If we want to have some other option here instead of points, we can also units or some other option we can choose this. What is the evaluation and accountability of this particular job, and problem solving of this job? Then overall score is 3. So this is just for some evaluation system. In some industries they will be using to evaluate this particular job. Okay. So this all client has to provide the input for us. We will just go for enter the values here. Okay. Click next button. Yes, profile. In case if you want to add some job profiles here, we can add. So manager job profile, Intel manager job profile. So it's already exist. This name is already exist. Let me go with this. So here we can go for add this particular profile, and which date to which date this profile is valid, and workforce structure for this profile, and requirements for this particular job. This, so job name and job code, this already we have given. So when we are working with the profiles concept, we'll discuss this. So click next button. This is the review of the job. So we created a job here, and evaluation criteria we have selected, and profiles, and approval hierarchy is separate. We'll talk about approvals later, and submit. If we want to save the job, we can save. After that, we'll go for submission, or directly also we can submit the job. Directly also we can submit the job. So this is how we can create one job uh, as per the requirement. Okay. So how to find whether job is created or not? We have to go to the home page. Let's check the notification. Yes, here we can see approved, create job manager, and this is the job code. This job is enabled from this date. Okay, so now our job is successfully created. Let me go for creation of one more job. So in our example, one job we have defined called manager. Now we are going for another job called sorry, developer. We are going for another job called developer. Go to manage job. This time, before going for job creation, what we are going to do is we are going to work with job lookups. We are going to work with job lookups. Open the task. Now it is going to show that there are 4 lookups in your job. There are 4 lookups. So what is meant by lookup? Lookup is nothing but a list of values. Lookup is nothing but a list of values with lookup code and meaning. With lookup code and meaning. Okay. So just now we discussed evaluation system measurement, job function code, manager level. Job function code, manager level. I'll just show you again in the job task where we are getting the lookups. Let me search for the existing job what we have created just now. Let's go for search. Enter job code or job name. Select the job name. Select the job name here. Job function is one of the lookup. Management level is one of the lookup. Then evaluation criteria. Evaluation system is one of the lookup. Evaluation measurement unit is one of the lookup. These are the 4 lookups we have in the job. We have 4 lookups in the job. Lookups are nothing but a list of values. Some values are given by Oracle. Now we would like to go for add some more values or disable existing values. For that lookups are used. Okay. So now lookups are, it's a simple concept. I'll show you. Lookups are 3 types. Standard lookups, user lookups, and extensible. 3 types. Standard lookups means we cannot add new lookups, we cannot delete existing one. It means we cannot add new values to the list and we cannot delete existing values. That is a standard lookup. User. User means we can add new lookups and we can delete existing lookups also. Both can be done. Extensible means we can add new lookups but we cannot delete existing lookups. So whenever we go to the lookups, there will be three types: standard, user, extensible. If the lookup type is standard, we can't do anything with that particular lookup type. We have to use as it is. We cannot add the new codes. We cannot delete existing codes. If the lookup type is user, yes, we can add the new lookup codes, but we cannot delete existing one. So extensible is nothing but we can go for add new one and no question of delete existing. These are lookup types. How to find what type of lookup this is? Very simple. When we go to manage lookups, manage job lookups, we'll find position lookups also, that is for positions. Okay. I'm going to work with the job function code. Select job function code. Yes, this is our lookup type, job function code. And how many codes we have? Nothing but how many values. These are the values: IT, hospital, real estate, some values, meaningful values which are required for that particular field. Okay. So based on the start date and the end date, these values will be available. These values will be available here. So when we see the job lookup type, right side we can see what type of lookup this. It is the extension lookup. Extension lookup means we can add new values. We can go for add the new values. Go to task, new. So I'm going to add the new lookup code here. Intel management code. There should not be any gap in the code. Display sequence, where it has to display in the list, fifth position. Enable or disable, from which date to which date it is valid, start date and end date. And what is the meaning of the lookup? What is the description? Tag. If we say plus US, this value is applicable only for United States, only for United States territory, not for other territory. So if you want to go for add for India also, we'll mention plus like this. If we don't mention any value here, then this lookup code is available for all the territories. For all the territories. Okay. So add this lookup code, save and close. So what we have done is we worked with the lookup called job function code and we have added one value. Okay. Let me go for again evaluation system or evaluation system measurement. Evaluation system measurement. See, when we have gone through the option in evaluation measurement, we have seen only production is there. Production holding evaluation measures, okay, and points. These are the values are there. So if you want to add one more option, you can go for add. Select new. Intel units is the lookup code. I'm going to write display sequence where it has to be displayed in the list and start date 1951 onwards and mention the meaning Intel units and save and close. So two lookups we have customized and we have added new codes to the lookup. Now whenever we go to the manage job, it will be automatically effective. It will be automatically effective. Let me go to create option, create new job, select reference data set and name of the job, developer and job code. Name of the job code, click next button. And this job is full-time job, yes. This is regular job, yes. And under which job family this job comes, select our job family and job function. See, just now we have added one, right? Intel management, this in the lookup. In the lookup we have added, right? That Intel management. And this is also one of the lookup, but this we have not worked, right? You can practice this in case if required. If you want to disable, you can disable existing values. I'm going to choose this is mid-level. Now go to progression job. In case if you want to configure what is the progression job for this job, we can configure it. So click next button and choose evaluation system, evaluation measurement. Last time there was only two options, points, holding, evaluation measure. Now we got Intel units. This is what another lookup we have created. So that we will choose. And the points, in case if we want to enter, we can enter. This evaluation system is just for evaluating the particular job. So there will be some system followed by the enterprises so that they'll use. It's not an important. Okay, click next button. Click next button and go for submitting the job. Go for submission of the job. Now the process request is submitted to create a job. This is how we can go for creating the jobs and how to work with the job lookups. How to work with the job lookups, job families and jobs. So these are the three options just now we have discussed. Okay. And we have defined two jobs. Manager job we have completed, developer job we have completed. Okay. So any doubts here in the job creation? Yes, Ankur, Rohit,
No, not yet.
yes, Senthil.
No.
Fine. Okay. Now we'll go for positions. Manage positions. Go to positions, create. As we discussed in the starting of this today's session, positions will be defined at business unit level. Positions will be defined at business unit level. Select our business unit, what we have created. I'm selecting Frontic business unit and name of the position, Intel Finance Manager, code, Finance Manager. Click next button. Now we'll enter position description. Is this position is active or inactive? Yes, it is active. This position comes under which department? We can choose the department. In case if we want to create a new department, we can choose. We don't have the departments under this business unit. No, yes. Choose it comes as a finance department. And this position comes under which job? We have to choose that job name. Fine. So while creating the job, we have selected reference data set separate, right? So uh, that's a problem. Let me check this. Go to manage job, job code, job details. Yes, you have selected Intel reference data set, right? So let me go for Intel reference data set, but we have not defined business units, right? This is a new reference data set we have created. So we will not get this job, right? Well, I'll just show you again. So we'll go to manage business units, manage business unit, set assignment. Manage business unit, set assignment. What is meant this task? Whenever we want to assign some reference data sets to the business unit, we'll choose this task. Let's go to selected scope, go to selected scope, select your business unit, select your business unit. And if you want to create a new business unit and work, we can choose this. And if we want to choose existing business unit, select it, apply and go to task. Now what we are trying to do is, we are selecting our business unit. For that, we are assigning our reference data set codes. Okay, we are assigning our reference data set codes. Now we are talking about jobs. We are talking about jobs. Now what is our requirement is, whatever the jobs we have defined under this reference data set, we would like to assign to this business unit. So now I have gone to the jobs, selected reference data set, then it is available. Okay. So as we have discussed, common set, whatever the reference data sets are defined in the common set, it is available for every business unit. And also we will find these jobs also. Common set is nothing but that is common for all the business units. Common for all the business units. Okay. So now I have selected the jobs which are available in the Intel reference data set. Save and close. Now if we go for positions, manage positions, go to manage positions task, select manage positions, create. Select business unit. We are working for front tech, right? And name of the position, finance manager. Click next button. This position is active or inactive, for which department this position is allocated. I'm saying that it's for finance department. Select department name as finance department. And what about job name? If I click here, job, search, we can see the jobs whatever we have created. 01D we have created, right? So let's developer, and 01J we have created, search manager. So last time we were not able to get, because these two were assigned an another reference data set. Now it's available. So whenever we are creating a position, we must choose for which department this position, for which job, for which location, and position type. These are levels. This is just a additional field. It has been added. So whenever you have this, it's an additional field as added. Okay. So who is the manager for this position? Any manager is there for this particular position who will take care of that? We can enter. So manager, we have not created employee, right? So far, when we are working with the employee creation, we'll discuss. This position is full-time or regular. These are common. That's a position description. Next, hiring information, hiring status. This position is approved or frozen or proposed. So once the position is approved, we can hire the employees for this position. This position is created, but it's frozen. Created, but it's unfrozen. And the position is proposed by the management. The position is proposed by the management. We cannot hire the employees if the position is proposed status. Let me go for approved. So position type, single incumbent, shared, pooled, none. Single incumbent means only one employee we can recruit. We can recruit only one employee for this particular position. We cannot hire more than one employee. Shared means same position can be shared by multiple employees. Same position can be shared by multiple employees. Pooled means we can hire number of employees. For example, 20 or 30, 40 employees we want to hire for this particular position. We will choose the position type as pooled. None means we cannot hire the employees for this particular position. We cannot hire the employees for this particular position. I'm going to select this position type as pooled, means we can hire number of employees, and shared means multiple employees can share this particular position. For example, in banking sector there is a cashier position. So one employee is working for 4 hours, another employee also will work for 4 hours. It means that position is shared by the two members. Two members are going to share that particular position. Then what is the full-time equivalent for that particular position? 0.5. Okay. And what about head counts? Two members. Two members are going to work with this particular position. What is the full-time equivalent? FTE stands for full-time equivalent. Okay. So this will be 0.5. It means two people are going to share. For example, four members are going to share the position. Then 0.25 is the full-time equivalent. 0.25. So if it is single incumbent, it must be one full-time equivalent, and head count is full-time equivalent. Yes. If it is pooled, we can hire number of employees. We don't need to mention FTE. we will require only head count. How many members can be hired for this particular position? This is about FTE, full-time equivalent, and head count. This and type, position type. Very important, this position type. We'll ask the client how many employees you are going to hire this for a particular position. For example, director position is there. That's only one person will be a director. Then we'll say single incumbent. So two people will share that particular position. We'll mention shared. So two members will share the same position. And pooled means yes, multiple, many people. There is no limit for this. If we want to configure the limit, here we will configure head count. None means that position will be created, but we cannot hire the employees for that position. Some companies, they would like to have one particular position just for reporting purpose, not for any other hiring the employees for that particular position. So that time we'll choose it as a none. That time we'll choose as a none option. Okay. Next, security clearance. Is this high position security, secret position, or any other position we can choose? I'm going to say this position is very top secret or just normal, not required. Provision period, how many months how many months or days we can choose the provision period for this particular position. Any bargaining units we have for this, like there will be some units, unions in some manufacturing industries or other, we can choose that. So this position comes under that particular union. Overlap, we'll discuss this tomorrow. We'll discuss about this particular option tomorrow. Important. What is meant by overlap? Seasonal. Is this position is seasonal position? If it is seasonal, then what is the start date and end date? Okay. So, for example, organization will have some positions in only in summer because they want to have more sales specialists in the summer to take over that sales because the sales are more in that time, in that season. Then they can have the seasonal position. That is about hiring of that particular position. Then work terms, what are the timings, starting time and end time for this particular, and working hours, 8 hours per day or number of hours per week, frequency, it's daily 8 hours. Grade, will discuss this later, grades concept. Okay. So click next button. This is main position description and the hiring information. Click next button. Evaluation criteria, as we have discussed in the previous task, job same, profiles also same, and click submit button to create a position. So this is how we will go for creating the position. Creating the position. So we have just created one position today. In the tomorrow session, we'll go for creation of multiple positions. That time we'll discuss more options. Okay. So do you have any doubts in this position? Anyway, we'll create positions tomorrow also again. Okay, fine.
Uh,
Yes, tell.
Chandraj, just wanted to ask, will I be getting this recording for this
Yes, yes, I'll
for
send this.
today's session? I missed it in the start actually. I came late.
No problem. I'll send this as an attachment. Whatever the sessions we have covered, it will be available in Google Drive for 1 week. You can go
Mhm.
through within this 1 week, anytime, this session, no issue.
Can we download those videos or?
No, we cannot give the download option. You can go for view number of times that.
Okay,
Number of times you can go for view that option. Okay.
okay.
Yes, Senthil.
Chandra,
Yes.
actually, I don't have access to that Google Drive. So could you provide that one?
I think I've sent it. Let me talk. Okay, today I'll do it at 10 o'clock.
Okay, thanks.
Fine. Thank you. So tomorrow morning
Thank you.
5 a.m. We'll have the again positions creation and grades creation, how we can work. Okay.
And even Chandra, the access to the system for practice.